You're listening to Trailblazers.fm, an interview-styled podcast that delves deep into bold conversations with successful Black entrepreneurs and leaders. Join us weekly to learn actionable strategies, valuable tactics, and innovative tools that you can put to use immediately on your journey to blazing your trail. And now, here's your host, my husband, Stephen A. Hart.
Blazer Nation, good morning. Happy Friday. Welcome to the month of July. Thank you so much for joining us this Friday morning. My name is Stephen A. Hart. I'm the host of the Trailblazers.fm podcast. If this is your first time rocking with us, just want to say thank you so much for being here. You can learn more about me over at stephenahart.com. Listen, for the past 5+ years, I've been having conversations with bold and brilliant Black entrepreneurs and leaders that include self-driven founders, amazing best-selling authors, passionate leaders. And my goal is really to document these fascinating and extraordinary Black stories to help teach some actionable stories and strategies and tactics and tools that you can hopefully put to use in your quest to blaze your own trail, right? That said, allow me to introduce today's featured guest, Samia Gore. Samia is the first Black female founder of a company called Body Complete RX, who's been able to break significant ground in the male-dominated nutritional supplement industry. We're talking about some Black girl magic right here. She's since gone on to generate over 10 mil in sales in the past 4 years in her business. Blazer Nation, please join me today in welcoming Samia Gore to the stage. Good morning. Oh, I have you still muted. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good. How are you, Stephen? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to our Blazer Nation community.
Yes.
I am seeing Annette. I'm seeing Ralston. Good morning. I see Craig. I appreciate all of you guys who are here. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Do me a favor, if you're hopping in the room right now, we just want to say thank you so much for being here. Say hello in the comments and let us know where it is that you're connecting with us from. Samia, we begin every conversation here on Trailblazers from a place of gratitude. So I wanted to first, we're entering the second half of 2021.
Yes.
As you reflect on this year, on this season in your life, let's start from a centered place of gratitude. And if you could just share, an unexpected blessing that you're most grateful for in your life right now.
Sure. Well, first off, Stephen, thank you for having me. I absolutely love that you start your show this way because really there is so much that I have to be thankful for, right?
Yes.
I have a beautiful family. I have a wonderful career. I get to advocate for women every day, women and men every day across the world. And that's something that is my passion and that I love. So I'm really, really blessed and grateful for that. Obviously the big blessing right now that I'm really excited about is our launch at the Vitamin Shop as the first Black woman-owned supplement brand launching in their weight management category, which is major. So just completely overwhelmed and grateful for that opportunity and grateful for this opportunity as well this morning to sit with you and talk to your audience. So thank you so much for having me.
Such a blessing to have you here.
Yes,
this is awesome. So what's your geolocation? Where are you today?
So today I am in Tysons, Virginia.
Yes.
Yeah, so in the DMV area.
Did you grow up in the DMV?
No, I did not. Actually, I've been here 11 years. I'm originally from Michigan. I'm a Detroit girl. So yes. I definitely like to give my hometown credit. Detroit is the city that birthed me, and I've got a lot from living and growing up in Detroit. So definitely want to give some kudos to my hometown.
Listen, we have a lot of past featured guests from the D. So many people from Detroit come to mind.
It's something in the water, we definitely have that. I feel like Detroit is a place of grit and ingenuity, and definitely everyone that comes out of Detroit, you definitely know they've got that fire in them.
Absolutely. So, growing up in Detroit, bring me back. What's a fond memory or a thought of growing up there?
I think a fond memory would be, just seeing a lot of hard workers.
Yeah.
In Detroit, you got Motown, you got General Motors, it's the home of the automotive industry. And I grew up seeing a lot of hard workers around me. My grandfather worked for the automotive industry for many years and retired. My mother, was a very hard worker. And so just seeing that hard work around me and that grit and that drive and that want and determination to, make something of yourself, I think really stuck with me. And I think that's what's special about the Detroit, it's a lot of struggle there. And I think that, people who persevere through that struggle really come out of it with something special.
And that fuels you, right?
Yes.
I know growing up in Kingston, earlier this week, I was talking on Twitter about, we do everything we do to help raise the next generation, better than we had it, right? I grew up at the time where my parents split. I was probably 7. I grew up in Kingston, where, we don't have middle school, right? So you go from prep school or elementary school straight into high school in 7th grade. But I was, I went to, a really great high school in downtown Kingston. Big up to all my St. George's alum. But, I would be on a bus, on a city bus at 7 a.m. by myself, going through all of Kingston downtown to get to school by myself. And listen, anything happened to me in the course of the day, ain't nobody knowing until at night, right? Because I'd have to
cell phones
and no cell phones, right? And today, with all the tech, I would never put I did that at 10 years old.
Yeah.
Right. I would never, first off, my 11-year-old doesn't even know what the inside of a city bus looks like. Right. But I do think, all of that grit and the hard, the experiences of that fueled the kind of person that I think we both are today.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So, it's definitely a blessing to come from those experiences. So, hard work, drive, passion and determination because you grew up that way.
Yeah. So listen, you created and you self-funded your company. And as I touched on in the intro, you've since gone on to 10 million sales in the 4 years, and you've had a good many blessings. Let's dial back for a second though.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the beginnings. What sparked the idea for Body Complete RX?
So Body Complete RX was really just born out of my own journey, my own wellness journey. I struggled with my weight all of my life since I was in middle school, all of my life. And, I never really learned or adopted healthier habits. My stepfather passed away when I was 15 of diabetes. And, through the course of my life, I would gain weight, lose weight, go on crash diets. And I just really came to a point where I was just over the crash dieting. And I just wanted to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle that would take me through years to come. And so that's really how Body Complete RX was born. It was born on my own journey. I was sharing that journey on social media, and a lot of my followers connected with that journey as well. A lot of my followers were women and mothers who also had the same concerns and wanted to find a same healthier lifestyle. So that is where the brand was born. And it started with our weight management products. And today we have expanded through our weight management line all the way through. We have a Nourish line, Perform, products that meet all your needs. And so we're really excited about that we're a complete wellness solution for whatever anyone may need.
Yeah. What's driving you right now to do what you're doing? I mean, you've gotten it to this point, right? What's still pushing you right now?
I think what's pushing me right now is when I started this company, I really did not know that I would be the first person in this space that looks like me. I was just, looking for a solution. And now that my company has grown and I know and understand the magnitude of being the first person in this space, and I want to be able to represent my company in a way that inspires others to, want to do the same thing and step into this space where maybe we are not necessarily represented, normally. So for me right now, I'm really excited not only to be, like I said, the first Black woman-owned brand be launching at the Vitamin Shop in their weight management category, but also to be setting and pioneering a space for other women to come behind and know that they can do this too. So that keeps me going. That keeps me inspired.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you building a team? Like, is it just, I'm assuming at this point, it's much more than you.
Yeah. In the beginning, I didn't have a team, but now 4.5 years later, I do have a very small team. We're still a small owned business. And we do have a team of a great team. It's about 5 of us internally. And we have a warehouse team as well that helps to do our customer service and packaging. So we've grown a little bit, still small, Black-owned business, but we're really proud of where we're at today.
I absolutely love this. The thing I often learn from these conversations is not so much talking about the success, but learning through the challenges and the detours and the failures that come, and those hit us as entrepreneurs. I feel like every day we go through some measure of a back and forth, right? What's the most important lesson that you've learned about yourself over this time running the business?
The most important lesson I've learned about myself. The most important lesson I feel like I've learned about myself is that challenges will come, struggles will come, but it does require a certain level of resilience. I have to exercise a certain level of level-headedness in business. Every day is, you don't know what's going to be thrown at you every day. So I think over the years, I've learned about myself in business that, I definitely have a level of resilience in me, and that is so important to keep going every day, because every day is not necessarily 100% positive, right?
Yeah.
You have very challenging days, you have stressful times, and when you have a team of people who look to you for guidance and advice, you kind of have to learn to just really keeping on. So I'm committed to seeing my brand and my business grow, and committed to seeing it continue to grow. And so I know that every day that when I show up for my team, I need to show up in a certain way, and that's something that I've grown to do over the years.
Yeah.
Question
for you, because we're growing these businesses, right? And you do the absolute best you can with what you're given. But sometimes, we just don't know what we don't know. Who do you trust to give you objective feedback?
Well, that's a really good question. So my team, like I said, I have a very small team. It is made up of some family. And I know there's like this whole, never work with family, but sometimes I think that's a really good thing, because my cousin is actually my director of operations. And this is somebody who's known me all my life, so we were actually born a year apart, and having her on my team and her knowing me inside out has been very beneficial, today in business, because I can actually, run everything past her, and she can understand from a perspective, not just from, Samia, the CEO, but she also knows from Samia, the cousin, Samia friend, Samia the mother, and that to me is invaluable. So I think that's been something that's, really helped, along the way in this business as well, that I've, have employees who are actually family. My daughter also works for our business as well.
That's awesome.
My 19-year-old. So, it's a little
Girl, you ain't got no 19-year-old stuff.
I do. She's actually on her way to Spelman next month. Yeah. So I'm really excited about that. Yes.
Love it. So, and I love that. I love what you just shared. I think it's so important for us to be able to trust that there is somebody that will check us, or somebody that will tell us the truth, right? Even if it's going to hurt our feelings in the moment, but can say it with grace and kind of just tell you how it is. And you can love them anyway, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes we hear it and we don't want to hear it right in the minutes, but as it settles, it allows you to kind of process and recalibrate kind of the direction that you need to go in.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think everyone needs, that person in their life, that one person that that you can trust, you can share with, and, you're confident. So it's definitely important, especially, in business and growing a business. The larger the business grows, the more people that are around you, you have to have that. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I know, I've been working with a couple of my clients that, have been working through developing Black-owned businesses, developing product to scale. You just talked about you being, a company of 5, still a smaller business, but now you're stepping into this opportunity beginning of August 1st with the Vitamin Shop.
Yes.
This is amazing. This is exciting. Congrats to you.
Yes, thank you so much. It is so amazing and exciting.
I have to imagine, it's out of this world, exciting, and probably would drive me to the point of anxiety at the same point in time, like thinking of what we just talked about, right? Like, what do you not know that you don't know? And you're stepping, you're jumping to this next level of scale, right? What are some of the challenges that you faced and or still facing as you're making this leap to the next level and looking to scale a product-driven business?
Oh, that's a good question. I think the challenge would be
so let me ask you this. When you're going through, because I imagine you probably went through the process with buyers and so on, was there concern? Are you making the product yourself? Like, how is the product itself manufactured?
It's manufactured in a laboratory. We actually have 2 laboratories, one in Georgia and one in Utah. So all of our products are made in the US. No, I don't make them myself, but I do have a brand nutritionist and doctor who help formulate our formulas, which is something actually really special about Body Completer X. So not only are we a Black woman-owned brand, but I actually sourced a Black nutritionist to help with formulating all of our formulas. So for instance, our protein has beetroot and sweet potato in it, and that helps with diabetes and heart health. And that's something that's specifically in our community, something that we're challenged with and faced with. So, creating our supplements, with us in mind, they're for everyone, right? But with people of color in mind, right? And the health disparities that we face. So that's something that's really special about the brand as well.
That's amazing. Yeah. And so I ask you that question because I'm thinking, like, how do you make sure that, all your vendors, everybody can scale the quality of the product, right? To be able to serve, a franchise business the size of a vitamin shop, right? Like, what was the challenge there to make sure, you're not diluting any side of this passion that you have in your product?
Yeah. So there's really no challenge in terms of, supplying Vitamin Shop or anything like that. I think more so the challenge is just entering a new space, right?
Yeah.
So this is new for us, but I go into the space knowing that everybody in the vitamin shop right now, it was new for them one day, too. So this
Love that. You better say that again.
Yeah, it's like this is a new space for us, but it was new for someone before me, right?
Yes.
So it's just a challenge that we are facing. We're going into it head on. But it's really, like I said, it's a blessing. We're excited. We've got a great support system around us. Even the Vitamin Shop, the partnership that we have with them is amazing. They have given us so much support up into our launch into the Vitamin Shop. Recently making me a part of their wellness council as well, with Dr. Axe. And so that is amazing as well. The first Black woman, a part of the Vitamin Shop Wellness Council. So getting a perspective from me that they've never gotten on their panel is something amazing as well. So, there's just so many different blessings coming out of this situation, and I'm so excited about it.
That is really great. Let me ask you, what does success look like with the brand, even beyond the Vitamin Shop? Where do you see this going?
I see Body Complete RX going to the top. I see us being the number one plant-based supplement brand. Why shouldn't we be, right? We have something for everyone. And I'm really excited to see where we'll be in the next 2 years. I'm really confident about my brand, and I think we'll be at the top.
As you should be.
Yeah, as we should be.
As you should be, for sure. For those of you who are just joining us, we are talking with Samia Gore. She's the founder of Body Complete RX, and just an amazing story of an amazing woman building an amazing brand.
Thank you so much.
Samia, how does someone who's listening who wants to be an entrepreneur, what's your advice to them, coming up with an idea, or pursuing the idea that they have for their brand, right? You self-funded, you started this thing from scratch. What's your idea to somebody kind of coming in and trying to get this done for the first time?
That's a good question. I would say, if you have a dream, if you're passionate about something, own that. Own that dream and go after it, right? You'll never be 100% prepared. Entering this space again, as you spoke about in the beginning, I'm rivaling, an industry space that is dominated by white males, right? And if I came into this space thinking about that and worried about that, then, who knows how that might have hindered my growth, right? So just, if you have a passion about something, go after it. Don't let anything stop you, and start wherever you can. Because I started very small. I started with a $5,000 investment and have grown my business to a multi-million-dollar business. So I just, say that to everyone every time. Don't ever look into, say, oh, I can't do this or I can't do that. Do it. Because you can.
I have a t-shirt for that one. It says day one over one day, right?
I love that.
Right. It's about, just getting started where you are.
Absolutely. Where you are. I'm so excited. Actually, we'll be packing our Vitamin Shop order next week, and my children will be helping packing that order. And what's so exciting about it is that, when I first started my business, my children have helped pack orders in our garage, right? And we
love that.
Orders from our garage. So next week we'll be actually in our warehouse packing orders to go to the Vitamin Shop. And it's just like incredible. So it's like, even looking back at that, like where we started in packing these orders in our garage, and now we are packing this order in a warehouse and shipping it to the Vitamin Shop. It's amazing.
Smile, how do you stay humble and grounded right now with all of this success coming at you?
That's, I believe that, I know my source is God. I'm a very spiritual person, and everything that is coming out of this brand and business has been from God. And I believe that, and I truly believe that for my entire journey. I know that, he has been my source. And so that's what keeps me humble. I just feel so grateful and so blessed to even be in this space, and that God placed me in this space to have an opportunity to even be the first woman to pioneer this space, right? So it's like, yeah, that's what keeps me humble. Like, I'm just so grateful that I was picked to do this. By
Amen for that. I love that. I'm so excited to kind of watch this next chapter of your journey.
Thank
You
you.
are officially part of the Blazer Nation community. And before we let you go, we love to tap into the resources of our featured trailblazers. And so I wanted to ask you, what's a book that you've read or maybe you're reading right now that you'd recommend our Blazer Nation adds to the queue?
Sure. Actually, I'm reading a book by a good friend of mine. Her name is Katrina Adams. So recently I was in the airport, and this was just actually last week, and I was walking through the airport. I said, let me grab a book so I can read it on the plane. And I look up and I see this book. It's called Own the Arena. And I'm reading the description, and it's about being the first in your space. And then I look at the person on the book, and it's actually someone I spoke on a panel with, Katrina Adams. She's actually the first woman to be the head of the U.S. Tennis Association. So it was really, really cool to pick up that book. And the book is so inspiring, and it's right on target for me, because all it's about is about being the first woman or the first person in a space, right? And owning that space. Own the Arena by Katrina Adams.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
One last question for you before we let you go. What's one action that or Blazer Nation who's been listening to us this morning, what's one action they should take this week that's going to help them to blaze their trail?
I would say think about something that's going to put you closer to your goal. Whatever it is that's going to put you closer to your goal, do that daily. And it's just a little bit, everything adds up. So whatever is going to put you closer to your goal, think about that, do that daily, repeat that daily, and look before you look up, you don't know where you'll be. So
yes,
be further along than where you were.
Take it one step at a time.
Absolutely.
How can our listeners stay connected to you?
Sure. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram at Samia, Samia Gore, Gore. You can also follow our brand at Body Completer X. You have the at right there. We're on social media as well, on Instagram and Facebook, and also on LinkedIn at Samia Gore.
Love it. Love it. Samia Gore, you've been a blessing. I appreciate you sharing your wisdom with our community today. It's been real.
I appreciate you so much for having me. I feel really honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Blazer Nation, I just wanted to quickly just share once again, we are in the midst of an amazing time where I am finally sharing a good bit more about the upcoming launch of our Brand in Demand program. It's a course I've been working on, a self-paced online course I've been working on over the past 3+ years to help leaders that are looking to design the life and the personal brand that they live, and also the impact and the legacy that we hope to leave. Do me a favor. I've created an amazing 6-part video series. I think each of these videos is a little mini masterclass onto itself. We are inviting those that are looking, both leaders and entrepreneurs looking to build that personal brand, to hop on over to brandindemand.co, put your name on our early bird waitlist. It will redirect you immediately into that 6-part video series. And check that out. If you're giving thought to the questions stewing in your mind are around clarifying your purpose, your vision, your message, your identity, please do me a favor, hop in there. I'm pouring everything that I know in my 15+ years of marketing and branding and entrepreneurial experience into this program. So I invite you to check that out. And, feel free to reach out and connect with me. I hope that you will connect with Samia as well over on social today. Go jump in her DMs and big her up and let her know how much you love all that she shared today. And, jump in a vitamin shop in August and go support her products. So until Monday, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Happy 4th of July to those who are in the US. And I'll connect with you on Monday. God bless. Thanks for spending time with us today. If we aren't yet connected, let's keep the conversation going on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. Now, we grow when you subscribe, share, and invite others to check us out. We believe that others who consume these stories will be moved to make significant changes that have generational impact for many others, both now and well into the future. Blaze Nation, go out today